I will try my best, and you should also try your best to make this short meetings meaningful and fruitful. It should affect our life. Because in the world there's so much suffering, so much problem, and much of this problem is unnecessary problem. There are sufferings and problems which are created through natural disasters, fire, tornado, tsunami, earthquake. Many of this understandable. There's nothing much we can do. We can do something, of course, nothing much. But much of the problem that we are suffering today is, I say, unnecessary problem, because these are created by human beings. The war that you are seeing, the conflict that you have seen in Ukraine and Russia, the conflict now about to flare out between Israel and Iran. Similarly, many other places. These are man-made problems. Therefore, unnecessary problem. Therefore, it is important for you to study Buddhist teachings also. Because according to Buddhist teaching, the Buddha says, you don't have to kill people, they will die. You don't need this, costly ballistic missiles and atom bombs. I mean, the extent of human craziness, it's all rooted in ego, I, me, mine, this demarcation, you see. So therefore, but through this kind of study and personal reflection, we should know and understand the sameness of all of us. Whichever religion you want to follow, no problem. Your skin may be black or white or brown or yellow, no problem, because if you cut the skin, you will see blood in each of us. All of us will feel the heart. It's not that the white skin don't feel the heart or brown people feel the heart. It's not like that. We are same. Emotion also we are same. And more importantly, if you look at the law of nature does not make discrimination. Law of nature does not segregate. If there is an earthquake, it will move all of us together. It will not say, I'll move only the Tibetans and not others. Especially, I'll move Geshe Lakdola. No. It will move all of us. When the sun shines, it gives light to all of us. It doesn't make discrimination. Who is making discrimination? Stupid human mind. Human mind itself is really great. As I said, Buddha nature is there. You have this amazing potential. But this potential, great human mind or brain, whatever intellect, or whatever you want to call it, this great power that we have is misused. So we are here to properly use it to benefit others, not to misuse it. If you have misused it earlier, this is time to say, okay, I made a mistake, I'll change, I'll become better. Because my life is to make others happy, myself happy, and not to become a source of suffering and problem for others. Right? And this you can easily understand if you take yourself as an example. You want other people to say good things about you, do good things about you, compliment you, right? So similarly others also same like that. They also have same emotion, same yearning, same desire. Right? So honestly speaking, we are really like a group of people traveling in a small ship in a turbulent sea. If you're a group of people, say 10, 20 people from 10, 20 different countries traveling together in a small ship in a turbulent sea, where is the room for fighting? Where is the room for quarreling? The sea is turbulent. We are all hoping not to die. So at that time we'll all become good friends. Right? So we are living in this turbulent world, short life. We are not going to live more than 100 years. We have right now 8 billion human population. All this 8 billion human population are dead after 100 years counting from today. I'm not saying they will be killed by ballistic missiles or atom bombs. These things are not necessary. Even without all this, it's natural for us to die. So where is the need and the room for mistreating each other, exploiting each other, bringing suffering upon each other? If somebody says, okay, Geshe-la, today is your last day, you're going to die tomorrow. If I have that realization, then will I dare to do something bad to you today? No. Right? And then look at our physical structure, mental emotion structure. We are all vulnerable. We are all fragile. We are all susceptible, tender. So therefore we need to treat others very, very carefully. Yes, sometimes you flare out, you get angry. Nobody gets enlightened one day. There's no push button enlightenment. That is true. But this does not mean to say that you develop strong hatred and make divisions, you see. So see others just like your children. Your children also, your naughty children also sometimes bother you, make you angry, do silly things. But still you will deal with them properly because deep down in your heart you have love for these children. So similarly, all this, not only according to Buddhism, it's not only human beings, but all sentient beings are our children, our brothers, sisters, whatever. So you should have that love, that compassion, praying and wishing that they are without suffering, praying and wishing that they meet with happiness. That should be there. If you have such a mind, such a mental attitude, your mind will be filled with happiness. You may not be rich like Bill Gates or, I don't know, there are so many rich people, right? I mean, I'm not jealous again, but but you don't have to, become rich or wealthy or something like that in order to be happy. I give this kind of small talks, things all the time. So sometimes people think that, okay, Geshe-la is just talking. We are not sure whether he is happy or not. So sometimes people chase me and they say, Geshe-la, are you really happy? I said, yes, I'm happy. Don't you live alone? Yes, I live alone. Are you still happy? Yes, I'm happy. Then they say, how? Why you are happy? Have you not lost your country, Tibet? Yes, I've lost. Are you still happy? Yes, I'm happy. So many questions they ask. I say, I'm happy. Then at the end of the day, they say, what is the source of your happiness? Source of my happiness may be a little bit from Buddhist study, but on a very ordinary level, I have a place to live. I have food to eat. I have a small room to sleep. I have many nice friends around me. Like today, I'm so happy with so many people, listening to me. And what else you want? And you always talk about, at least you try to talk about good things, encourage other people. And then some people do get benefit. Then you feel happy, yes, I was able to help one person. Right? So therefore it is very important to be happy, as you said. So now, what is happiness? Happiness means mental satisfaction. Mental satisfaction will be there if you don't lead a life of duplicity. If you say one thing, do another thing, there is a discrepancy. There will be no deep satisfaction. Your appearance and reality doesn't match, there will be no satisfaction. But if you're honest, practice what you preach, don't harm others, you are happy. You have no enemy, no enmity. Sometimes, as I said, sometimes you get angry, pick up a small vulgar fight. Okay, then after that you said, I'm sorry. Why can't we say sorry? I've been personally On a small level, not big, on a small level, I've been trying to practice this. Sometimes I also get angry, or at least frustrated. So sometimes you need that also for some people. Dealing with some people, you need to little bit tough. I've been dealing with many people. But then, deep down, don't develop that enmity, hatred and disliking to that person. Superficially, on the surface, sometimes you need really tough. Some people, otherwise, they don't understand any other language. But deep down, should feel sorry. There's so many different people. For some people, okay, you get angry, immediately after they said, I'm very sorry. Let us go for a cup of tea. That's it. That person will understand. There are others whose nature is such, they will keep on bothering you. So there you need to be a little bit tough. But deep down, no enmity, no hatred. Right? This is very, very important. As I said, we all have, we are human beings, ordinary human beings. We have emotions. Attachment is there, anger is there, all these things are there. But you should not see these emotions as very important for you, without which you can't live. Right? Then understand other people, They may have their many problems. So sometimes they express their problem in front of you. So understand try to understand their background, not whether you like it or not. Sometimes some people come without any reason, very angry. In my office also. Basically I have a very nice job, so there's no room for disagreement or fighting, things like that. I have a very good job. But sometimes without any reason, some people come a little bit angry. So how should I deal with that? I deal with them in many ways. Sometimes I tell them very politely. When I see that person very angry, I said, I'm very sorry. Can you come later? I'm very busy right now. Which is not true, I'm not busy. Because I reacted very politely, they leave. Then I say, please come after 1 hour. They will never come back after 1 hour. Because they will not remain angry for 1 hour. Nobody, this is the good thing, you see. Anger comes, but nobody remains angry the whole day. It goes out. So sometimes instead of saying come after 1 hour, I tell them, what can I do for you? Please sit down. Again, depends, Some people, yes, tough. Some people, yes, please sit down, then listen carefully. What can I do? It may be a very small issue, misunderstanding, due to whatever the reason. So share that, and then they also feel happy and go. So there are many ways of dealing with it. People, as I said, people are like children, We say we are grown up, I'm Geshe or I'm PhD or doctor, but still we are like children. The Buddha calls us my sons, my daughters, my children. He calls us my children. Because our biological age may be big, but mental maturity is not much, honestly. You may have PhD or whatever, that doesn't relate to your mental regulation, emotional regulation. You study something else, right? So maturity still is not there. Maturity means when your concern for others outweighs your concern for yourself. That is maturity. That's maturity. So that all these things takes time, right? So therefore, it is important to always remember life is short, and then depending upon your age. There was a Tibetan teacher who once instructed his student, are you studying and practicing Dharma? The student said, yes sir, I'm practicing, I'm studying Dharma. He said, don't tell lie. I saw you sleeping the whole night and getting distracted the whole day. When do you get the time to do Dharma practice? Honestly speaking, there is not much time. half of our life we sleep, of course. Then in between, food, going here and there, then distraction, then mobile phone, and so many things. So time for practice is not much there. So it's good that you have a residential course here where you should pay more attention in developing these inner resources. That's important. Because once you know how to handle your mental emotions, in all ups and downs in your life, you will be able to sail fairly smoothly. And I have myself seen many people who, when lacks or without having these inner resources, they feel very upset with slight ups and downs in life. So all these problems which I said is unnecessary problem can be solved if you develop some of this positive attitude and develop some of these inner resources. Let me give you, for example, one example. How things, your mental attitude makes a big change. Let me give you an example. For example, let us say my parents. As a student of Buddha's teaching, when I fully know that these are my parents of this life, but it's law of nature that they are going to die. When, nobody knows. It may be tomorrow. In my case also, nobody knows. Just this morning I heard about one Tibetan, who had worked in the library for some time. He was riding on a bike and had an accident and died. But there are many, many cases like that. If you watch your mobile phone, the death is like this. Hundreds and millions are dying right now. Birth also like that. Birth is a little bit more because of modern medicine things. Anyway, so when you think like that, my parents or my friends, whoever, they are going to die, I'm going to die. When they are going to die, when I'm going to die, it's not sure. Therefore, right now when we are living together, we must be nice to each other. Once I was giving a public talk in Russia, Moscow, about more or less the similar thing, because I keep on repeating the same thing. So I was giving a similar kind of talk, and then I was telling them to be happy and things like that. So there was an elderly Russian lady sitting in the front line. She said, Geshe-la, I'm an old Russian lady living alone, nobody living with me, and I'm also not rich. So how can I be happy? I said, you can be happy. I'm sorry if you have problems, but I see that you have both the eyes intact, both the hands intact, both the legs intact. The point that I'm making is, we have so many good things that we can be happy about. Imagine with your two eyes, you don't take it for granted. How many hundreds and thousands of people who have lost their eyesight? How many people are there who have lost both the legs, both hands? I myself saw many people. Right? So you're happy, you're lucky, you have all this. So it's not enough to say that I have all this. Now, because you have all these facilities, use this eye. When you look at others, look with love and compassion. When you find that you have both the hands intact, use this for hugging. Use this for shaking hand. You have this nice teeth, show it and smile, make others sunshine, Your sunshine smile. Bring happiness in the mind of others. So many things you can do. And human beings have this amazing brain intelligence. And we hardly use this intelligence. We just follow the population, follow the mob. That's why democracy is also becoming mobocracy. Right? So use this human intelligence. In the Buddhist teaching, the best way to become Buddha is understanding the law of nature, using your brain, using your intelligence, finding the truth. And don't just follow the appearance. Appearance is deceptive. You will be cheated even in the mall and market if you just look after appearance. You will marry the wrong person if you just follow the appearance. Appearance is deceptive, so therefore follow the reality by using your intelligence through logical, reasoning and things like that. So use this brain and see what is good for you, what is good for others, what is good temporarily, what is good in the long run for the whole world, things like that. Use it. And then similarly we have this amazing language. And this language, I believe, is not only for communication. This language is to have dialogue and negotiation and discussion when there is a problem, not to use physical might. Unfortunately, today, wherever there is a problem, immediately they flex their muscle and brandish the guns and ballistic missiles. This is happening right now. We should not do that. When there is a problem, especially much in advance, when the problem is about to happen, then the leaders should immediately find the solution. A spark that is extinguished at the right time saves the forest fire, as we say, which is true. Now many of the problems that you are seeing today is because at the very initial stage, nobody bothered about it, that this will become a forest fire. And then at the end of the day, okay, you use all your 3,400 ballistic missiles, whatever, this side, that side, kill hundreds and thousands. Then what will you get? What will you get? The very country for which you are supposed to be working, the very people for which you are supposed to be working, you end up destroying your own people, destroying your own nation because of your ego, short-sightedness. So at least according to the Buddhist teaching, the winner is one who wins over the negative emotions. The rest is killing dead bodies. This is what is exactly said in the Buddhist text. Lagma rola sebo. That means killing dead body, meaning that they are going to die, you don't have to kill, as I said earlier. So these are winners, real winners. One who wins the heart of other people. One who changes, transforms the life of other people, which Buddha did, which Jesus did, which many great teachers did in the past. Now today, we claim we are follower of Jesus, we are follower of Buddha, we are follower of this and this teaching. We don't practice their teaching. Right? So therefore it is important to use this language. Whenever there is a problem, then you should say, okay, let us sit down and discuss and solve the problem through negotiation, dialogue. We are not tigers and lions. If there is a conflict between tigers and lions, then the tiger can't say, oh, Mr. Lion, please sit down, let us have a dialogue and negotiation. Right? They can't say because they don't have that sophisticated language. The only thing they can do is pounce upon each other and try to tear each other apart. So we are doing like the animals. Animals, and especially if you are called a lion, then you feel very happy, you are very brave, but still you are an animal. Even if you are called a lion, still people are saying you are an animal. Right? So therefore, I really constantly these days feel we need to discover, who am I? Who is a human being in the true sense of the term? Are we fulfilling the meaning of that human life? If you just study your physical structure, your eye, your hand, your nails, and everything, if you study in detail, you will find that we are basically, more towards non-violence, not towards violence. We don't have a teeth like that of a tiger or a lion. We can't kill others with teeth. We don't have a nail, like a hawk or eagle. If we try to kill others with our nail, all your nails will fall out. Then why all these bad things are happening? So physically, you are non-violent. But the problem is because you have misused your mind. Like using the nuclear energy to kill people. Nuclear energy itself is a potential, neither good nor bad. You can use it for, light, for energy, and you can also make an atom bomb to kill others. So we are misusing our human intelligence. So what we are doing here today is to properly use this human mind and move towards the path shown by the Buddha. Now in this regard, I am not saying you should become a Buddhist. It's up to you. I am not here to convert you, That's not the issue. Follow any religion you want. It's like family members sitting together on a dining table. The wife might like rice, the husband might like, bread, children might like soup. So they should not be fighting over this. The father should not say, because I like bread, all of you should eat bread. Otherwise, I'll beat you. I mean, if the family member says something like this, is like ludicrous. So similarly, spiritual practices are mental food. Depending upon your interest, your disposition, your inclination, your family background, whichever religion you follow, that's not the issue. There's no problem. The problem is, don't consider religion more important than human beings. Religion is also a way and means to serve human beings and sentient beings all around. Sometimes, I'm emphasizing on this point because sometimes we have this tendency of using the religion, and then in the name of religion, you don't hesitate killing others, which for me is the greatest stupidity.